Hi everyone, if you're new here, my name is Victoria and I am a chronically ill, disabled woman with also a PhD in social work, so I'm also a social worker. And I like to vlog about just my journey, what my journey has been so far, and updates on that and all of that good stuff. So thank you for joining. I appreciate you. And yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so I actually wanted to show the products that were in the short. And okay, the first one is Stomach Settle. And just again, these are my grails of like being disabled. And there's a few more, but I'm gonna start with the ones that were in the short. So these, I usually get the red bag, but these are Stomach Settle, and I usually get them from Target. There's in Amazon, I think, but yeah. But these are the only things that like actually really help me with nausea and don't cause like number 2 backed up, like Zofran does. These, and they're like little, and they taste really good too, and they're like little like lozenges, candies. 10/10 recommend. Of course, you guys, I live off of this. Like I literally live off of Normalite. I drink let's say like 3 packets a day, I believe. And then I get IVs like once every 2-3 weeks now, rather than every week. But this has really kept me like from having really bad tachycardia when I normally would. So again, highly recommend these. And this is Linovera. Hope I'm saying that right. And I actually had to get this from Mexico because they don't sell it here, but it's basically like a cream that you use to prevent pressure sores. And it also helps with like stage 1 pressure sores, which I have struggled with because of obviously being bedbound. But this has been like one of the number 1 things to work. So I'll put this on, and then I'll put this prevention silicone cream. I'll put this on, and then I'll put like a silicone foam dressing, which I'll show you in a second. I put that on after, and I put a dressing, and then I put a like sleeve over it so it'll stay in place. And that has really helped with my like pressure sores, because it's not a game out here. It is literally not a game. When you're bedbound, make sure that, you know, especially for people with ME who can't like move around much, or they're on their own and aren't getting repositioned by carers. So important. I obviously showed medication, which I'm not gonna get into because I don't want people to like get weird about that. But this is a UV umbrella that I also use when I go out, because I burn, which again I've shown in other videos. Obviously N95s are a huge thing, and I forgot to show you guys this grabber. If you're a wheelchair user, you know the struggle, and like I drop things so many times a day that it actually genuinely gets so frustrating. And this doesn't work for everything, but it is a godsend for like the fridge, things that drop on the floor. This one doesn't, but some of them have magnets, which is really helpful. Highly recommend. And yeah, I think that is all of the things that I wanted to show you that have been like my grails. Now there are other things that are like super helpful, obviously my wheelchair being one of them. But those are my grails. I can show you some other stuff though while we're here. So I'm not well enough to use, well actually I am well enough to use a bedside commode, but like whoever designed these sucks because it hurts so bad to use that bar in the back. And then also for people with POTS, like sitting upright is really difficult. And then adding on top of that, like having to number 2, nightmare, nightmare, nightmare. So I actually don't really use it, but it's there. And I use these sometimes. It's for like bed sores on your like Achilles area in your heel. So that helps. It has a little hole. Obviously a toilet seat cushion. Okay, another thing that's super helpful is, so like this, you can usually normally adjust the handle, but the nut is, what's it called? Like he's not it's stripped, so he was not able to do that. So instead they tied this like bungee rope to the handle and put a little hook here. And so I can open it from here, right? And I just hook it onto the other door handle of my pantry, well, where my laundry is. And it keeps it open for me so I can roll over there, or else I can't, like it's, here, I'll show you. So like, obviously I can't, you know what I mean, open it because I'm in a wheelchair. So that has been really helpful. Okay, so not the cleanest right now, but I use a shower bench sometimes to shower. And the thing I also hate about this is, again, I don't know who designed it, but like it's very awkward to sit in when you have orthostatic intolerance because it's upright, and I have to be able to lean back a little bit, right? So I normally have to put that stool down to put and sit like this, which is why the pillows are here, because that's super uncomfortable. So I sit like this with my legs that way so they're out, and not beneath me, because again, that might lead to me passing out. And then I obviously use a handheld shower handle right there, and it comes down, and yeah. And then these buckets I use like when I don't have enough energy to use the shower, I bathe in bed and I use those buckets. So yeah, those things make it a little bit easier. Okay, I have to show you something else if I can. Sorry, there was a bug. Okay, so because I have MCAS, I have like very severe reactions to things like fragrance. So Just Curl has a line, or their line has no fragrance added stuff, and I really rely on Just Curl. And I used to love Rizzo curls, but I can't even use the products because it's so smelly. So Just Curl has been really helpful, and at least having something, you know, that I can rely on. But so I use that mostly, but there's also like Vanny Cream has hair gel that I have tried that I like. It's not too bad, but I don't use gel too often anyway. So there's Vanny Cream gel, and there's also Vanny Cream shave cream, and this I did not react to at all, and I really, really appreciate that. So shout out to Vanny Cream for that. The body soap I use is Dove, no fragrance as well, and that's super helpful. Oh, here is the like foam dressings I'm talking about. So they come in different brands, and it'll depend on like what your insurance covers, but these are the foam dressings. I have so many. Like I have ones for your like tailbone area, sacrum, etc. Okay, something else that was super important is when I was non-verbal, because my vocal cords literally like pooped out on me, I had to learn sign language, at least a little bit, and my parents and family did too. So I always have this poster up in case like I'm too fatigued or my vocal cords, like I have laryngeal spasms, so sometimes it's really hard to talk. I have speech disabilities as well, so using this has been helpful, and like my parents know it now, my brothers know it, they know like really popular signs. So yeah, that has been really helpful. And yeah, I also keep a bucket of like mask at my front door because I don't play around with that anymore, and everybody who comes in has to mask. Trying to see what else. Yeah. Other things I have is like a heart rate monitor, of course. I always recommend that. I recommend a pulse oximeter. I think that's how you say it. I recommend that. I have a lot of Amicis bags, but I also have a emetophobia, so I try my hardest not to get sick, but you know, I get nauseous a ton with gastroparesis, so I have that. I also have a call button. This was more for when I was nonverbal, but I still use it sometimes if I'm like super fatigued or like my caregiver is in the other room and doesn't have their phone on them. Right? So it's basically a help button, and then I tie it to my pulse ox because most of the time when I ring this, it's because I'm having like a really, really severe POTS episode or an anaphylaxis type of ordeal, and we have to check my heart rate. So, obviously, like you can't tell, and it's kind of messy, so I don't want to show it, but I have an adjustable bed, and so I'm able to like raise my legs if I need to, or like, you know, lay down fully, get back up. It was really hard for me to do that with some very severe ME and also like having POTS on top of that. So my parents got me a adjustable bed. Now I really wish it was a hospital bed rather than this one, but we ran into so many issues with insurance that my parents just bought me one, which thank God, you know. So I do use that. Okay, I forgot a few things. So I've gone through this before as a joke, but like some other things I keep is a bag or like a case for my phone when I'm out and about, so I don't keep touching it. Germs, more 3M mask. I keep toilet paper and bedpan stuff and gloves in here because I use bedpan. Not embarrassing. Like sometimes you need a diaper because a toilet is inaccessible. I have never used a diaper, but I keep one. Sanitizer. I do keep goggles because stuff can get in your eyes when you're in the hospital and doctors are all up in your face. So these have like a more sealed thing, which I don't usually use much anymore, but hey, when you need it, you need it. And these are Sienna brands. Additional pulse ox, EpiPen, rosary, Kleenex. I have Normalite electrolyte pills if I need those in a jiffy. Ooh, my water ring. Lip gloss, and the nausea candies. Obviously my wallet. So yeah, those are some things. And I also have this little thing for my inhaler, my Zopanex. So I keep that on me pretty much at all times as well. And now I think that's the gist of it. So anyways, if this was helpful, or if you want to know anything more about what I use, how I use it, etc., please let me know. I'm more than happy to go into that. And I hope you guys are having a good week and weekend. All right, see you later.